And out here getting loose, guys going through some drills. We're almost at game time, folks. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche NBA, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. A great tradition we get to enjoy. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for OG Anunoby.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Holmgren plays at the 4, with Hartenstein at the center spot. At the guard spots, we'll be seeing Gilgeous-Alexander and Wallace. And it's Dort in at the 3. And for the Knicks, Josh Hart out there with Anunoby. Then it's Bridges. Then it's Jalen Brunson.
Here we go.
And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so off the tip, it's New York. What a matchup we have tonight, Greg, in the front court. I know everyone, you and I included, have been waiting for this one.
And when you got two of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, it's must-see TV. I can't wait to call this one, guys.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Holmgren can't hit. Now the Knicks with it. Bridges drives in. And the rejection by Holmgren. To the middle. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. We talked about the challenges the defense faces when dealing with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He said once Shai gets under the arc, it's impossible to prevent a shot. He's too shifty. So we need to be ready to help off on the wings early and try and bump him out to the perimeter. Not easy to control the movements of Shai. Back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie. Bridges against Wallace. Here's Hartenstein, and the dunk by Hartenstein.
Nice to see Hartenstein assert himself offensively.
The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Brunson sets a screen for Bridges. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
A legitimate threat to burn you from that mid-range. Bridges recognizes when he should take that shot.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Clock at 6. The second chance effort. And the layup is good.
And that's what separates Shai from other guards. He can absorb the contact inside and still finish.
Brunson kicks to Towns. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Towns has got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
A second-round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
Bridges passes to Brunson. Towns kicks to Brunson. Trying to find Hart, gets it to him. Good D by Holmgren.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now, Hart, after Lou Dort's three-pointer that didn't go. Towns, a screen on SGA. Brunson goes in, and the dunk by Towns.
Oh, that's a nice read from Brunson out of the pick and roll.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. They trail by 1. Wallace outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Brunson. And there's SGA on the assist by Wallace. 6 points for him.
Well, I'd watch him the rest of the game because he is seeing a lot of shots drop.
Hart outside. Back to Brunson. Puts up a three. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really tell the story.
They prevented their opponent from ever getting into a comfort zone. They were just very disruptive.
Brunson, good.
And Brunson more than comfortable shooting the three. And boy, is he efficient when he lets it fly.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Look at Oklahoma City. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there.
And, you know, for the Thunder, they've been ruthless competitors all season long. I mean, they've assured themselves of plenty of home games in the postseason. Let's see if they can take advantage.
Holmgren kicks to Dort. SGA against Brunson. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. So for New York, their last game, a win against the Raptors. Holmgren with the steal. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Pass to Holmgren. Dort with a screen for Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Brunson. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go. 10 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Anunoby outside. Gilgeous-Alexander against Brunson. A floater. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. The Thunder have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. To the inside. And there's Holmgren. That's good on the assist by Wallace. Wallace has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
Now here's Wallace. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns, Holmgren wide open. Buries the long-range jumper. And now a 7-point Oklahoma City lead. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Anunoby with the screen for Hart. Pass to Towns. Over Hartenstein. No good off the front iron.
He had the right idea going to the fadeaway, but the defender stayed right on it.
Stolen by Brunson. Over to the left wing. to end the run. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And the defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
Hartenstein inside, defended by Towns. Hartenstein passes to SGA. 6 on the shot clock. There's the 3. Rebounded by Hart.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Bridges shot. Good.
An expert shooter in the corner. Bridges knows that angle so well.
Ball is with a screen on Brunson. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The offensive rebound. And that one drops. Hartenstein's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Those are the kind of effort plays that endear you to the coaches, your teammates, and these fans.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. So for the Knicks, Robinson's checked in for Karl-Anthony Towns. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Jalen Brunson. Clarkson taking his time here. Shot clock at 6. Bridges for 3. The kick out to Anunoby. New York, no good that time either. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Down low, here's Williams. Robinson with the block. And Bridges with a clear path to the basket. And Anunoby slams it in.
Not a ball stopper on the wing. Bridges with the helper.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Pass to Williams for 3. It's rebounded by New York. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
Well, I just thought they had the tempo exactly where they wanted it. To me, that was the difference in the game.
Clarkson for 3. Rebound by Williams. Here's McCain. He's defended by Alvarado.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
And Jared McCain's rookie season, Tim, cut short by a meniscus tear in his left knee.
And before the injury, he was the favorite to win Rookie of the Year, Kevin. So he's looking to pick up where he left off and continuing that promising trajectory.
A different look for New York. Towns comes in for OG Anunoby. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Mikal Bridges. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Holmgren, he's checked in for Williams. There's 1:40 left to play in the first quarter. McCain. Pass to Joe. Holmgren dishes to Williams. 6 to shoot. Williams sets a screen for McCain. And the 3 ball is good. And the Thunder lead by 7.
Yeah, this guy can flat out light it up. He can beat you off the catch, off the dribble, or off the move. Jared McCain showing you everything.
Now, here is Robinson. Still scoreless. Towns, no luck. The Thunder shooting it from their comfort zone so far. In this one, 57% from the field. Joe Good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Clarkson with the ball. Covered by Joe. Clarkson kicks to Towns. Alvarado passes to Robinson. Back to Alvarado. Towns against Holmgren. And the rejection by Holmgren.
And that is one of the things Holmgren brings to the table. His rim protection is critical for this defense.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
And the Thunder with possession. They're on a 17-7 run. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. McCain finds Holmgren. Oklahoma City moving it around. In the corner, it's McCain. Shot from the wing. It's rebounded by New York. Shamet on the wing. New York, no good that time either. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be right back after this. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Thunder.
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Wiggins is out there with Chet Holmgren. Then there's Jalen Williams. Then there's Isaiah Joe. And it's McCain in at the one spot. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach Mark Daigneault talked about the Thunder's system of player development, and he said, we try to do things that serve both the team and the individual, and then it's easier for guys to commit to it. And if that happens, then you have an environment that can be pretty powerful. Kevin, back to you.
Turning potential into production. Thanks a lot, Allie. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level. But you need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
Knicks trail by 10. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Now McCain, his last outing with 20 points. It's stolen by Alvarado. Three-pointer, and Holmgren pulls it down. The Thunder leading by 10. Pass to McCain. Now Holmgren. Here's Joe. Shot clock at 6. Now McCain. Launches a three. The Thunder with another miss. Takes a step back to the right side. Back to Shamet. Robinson a screen on McCain. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Shamet's got his first points of the game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Here's McCain. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Williams with a clean look hits the jumper in space. And the Thunder lead by 10.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Left side Clarkson. Outside Towns. Pass to Clarkson. Wiggins with the rebound.
Well, the defense did just enough to force that miss because he is a good finisher.
Joe finds McCain. Holmgren left side. And here's Wiggins. Here's McCain from downtown. And it's Shamet with the rebound. Clarkson outside. He takes it in. A beautiful reverse layup. Clarkson's got 5.
And savvy inside play by Clarkson, getting himself a look right at the basket.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. For the Knicks, OG Anunoby's checked in for Landry Shamet. Bridges comes in for Clarkson, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. The Thunder also changing it up. Williams comes in for Williams, and Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Jared McCain. Stolen by Anunoby. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Towns, and the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity. And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
Now here's Brunson. A 26-point game for him in the win against Toronto. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense there from SGA.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Let's go. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Jalen Brunson.
That is so clever by Gilgeous-Alexander. He gets the defender in the air, gets him to bite on that shot fake.
And he makes the first. It seems like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tim, has the ball handling and finishing package of a player 6 inches shorter. What he does at his size is really amazing.
Yeah, I think he has the offensive game of a shorter player because he thought he was only going to be 6'1". He got to 6'6", So now you've got this incredible array of shot making around the rim with a much taller player. That is a difficult combination to deal with.
So he had to readjust not only physically but mentally how he approached the game, correct?
Absolutely. It changed everything for his approach.
Now Wiggins after the missed three from Karl Anthony Towns. Wiggins surveying the floor. For three, Holmgren. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Holmgren's got 13 points. SGA against Brunson. To the paint. Here's Towns. They can't stop the run with that one.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And now on the 2K leaderboard, the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the best free throw shooting teams in the league. Second, the Thunder.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Dort, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Cason Wallace comes in for Isaiah Joe. And stolen by Wallace. Going inside, and he banks in the layup. Wallace has got his first basket of the night.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
Now here's Towns. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Toronto.
And he really helped them control the game on the glass.
Shot clock at 2. And the Knicks miss again.
Yeah, this quarter has just been a struggle for him offensively.
Wallace, the pass to SGA. Inside, Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
I think everybody in here is in shock. In many ways, their team just hasn't shown up.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Chet Holmgren. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And as you said, one rung below the leader in block shots. Tremendous motor. He's simply been destroying opponents in the lane. Outside, Towns. Pass to Bridges. New York moving the ball around. The three is good, and he got fouled in the act of shooting. This could turn into a 4-point play.
One shot. And the muscle that Anunoby possesses. Fantastic at gutting it out through contact and finishing.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line. 79% overall.
Tim, these days, things are changing for modern NBA big men.
Well, there is no doubt when I played, every team had 4 or 5 legitimate post players, and the ball went in to the low post regularly throughout the game. I think now the difference is you have to have versatility in your game. Teams are looking for bigs that can shoot it, handle it, and facilitate.
Valuable pieces for sure. Hart outside. And again, New York with the triple.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Now here's Holmgren. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Bulls in Chicago.
And we also need to mention his defense. He had a couple of big-time blocks.
Wallace misses.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
And it's Brunson missing.
Well, that's a good high-percentage shot. He just couldn't convert.
SGA finds Hartenstein. Outside, Dort. Now here's Holmgren. And the Thunder, another three.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Now here's Hart. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
Well, he also did a great job on the glass, and it made a big difference. That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
SGA on the wing. Brunson covering. They set the screen. Hits it from three-point range. Wallace has got his second bucket tonight.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Towns. Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for the Thunder. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. 19-point game. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Nuggets at Ball Arena in Denver. That sets off a 5-game tour for them. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
Bridges left side. 5 to shoot. This one for 3. And it's Brunson missing.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
I'm open.
Wallace kicks to Wiggins.
Who's watching here?
SGA against Brunson. And it's SGA missing.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Oh, gritty make by Brunson. That guy plays way bigger than his size.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
That one falls for Brunson. Tim, in your career, you played at every level of basketball, pro and college and before. What's the single biggest change in your mind as far as professional basketball outside the NBA?
Well, Kevin, I think globally the level of play has just risen dramatically. There's a much greater belief now that you can actually make it to the league, even if you're playing outside this country. And then the G League has created a much more streamlined path for those who want to work their way into the league.
G League has been terrific.
Sure has.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, arguably the most feared slasher in the game. Teammate Jalen Williams said, quote, everybody knows what he's going to do, and he's still able to get to spots on a consistent basis. SGA paused a beat before bluntly saying, I get to the rim on anybody. Back to you.
Yeah, certainly a nightmare to contain. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Here's Bridges. The Thunder making the shot. Trying to find Hart. Gets it to him. Count the basket. Hart's got 7 points in the game.
Well, he's starting to get into a rhythm now after a rough first quarter.
Bridges against Wallace. It's Dort on the wing. From outside, off the mark.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
Here's Hart. That one doesn't drop. Wiggins with some nice D. The Thunder leading by 16. Wallace outside. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Oklahoma City shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the first one at the line is good.
And what Hartenstein gives you is toughness and intelligence. He is such an important part of what they do.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
With some arc. Got a hand on it. Got it off in time. Not going to go that time. And so it's Chet Holmgren making things happen for the Thunder. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Well, Carl, they're scoring pretty easily. What has to change in the second half?
Our whole defensive system right now, because it's just not working. It's not the coaches, it's us as players. We're letting them get too much, fast break. They're doing a great job, and they're hitting some shots, so we got to be able to make them miss.
Best of luck locking it in, guys.
Terrific, Allie. Thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
And that game against the Nuggets. On paper, these teams are pretty even. So what will be the determining factor there, Ernie? I'm not sure, but they got to avoid mental errors.
Shaq, you agree with Kenny?
Not on most things, but this case, yeah,
maybe.
Yes.
It took you too long.
Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the New York Knicks.
Where is the rebounding? They're getting pushed around and eaten alive. This is so embarrassing.
Yeah, that's something they need to fix if they want to get back in this game. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Chet Holmgren has been sensational.
Yeah, he's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
Well, his activity has set the tone, blocking and altering shots.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. We've got Mikal Bridges. OG Anunoby is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Towns, and it's Brunson in at the 1. That's the group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half. Now, here's Anunoby. Pass to Bridges. Now, Brunson. Brunson stays agile and finds his opening inside.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Pass to Hartenstein.
And good defense from Towns. He's a big-time shot blocker, and that reputation can scare shooters.
The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
And the outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
That's 3 straight misses to start the second half. Not what they wanted.
Anunoby in the corner. Nailed from three-point land. Anunoby's got 9.
I like the way they've established their offense to start the half. 3 straight makes.
Hartenstein with the screen for SGA. Holmgren outside. Pass to Hartenstein. 4 on the clock. Fires it up. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Here's Wallace, defended by Bridges. Holmgren the pass to Hartenstein. Back to Holmgren. Wallace outside. Fires from deep. The Thunder with another miss. Knicks trail by 10. Down low. Hurt. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
It's his first trip to the line. That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Holmgren outside. SGA against Brunson. Clock at 6. Brunson against Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss. Now the Knicks with it. Good momentum, 8 straight points. The kick out to Anunoby. Cans it from downtown. Anunoby's got 12 points in the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Towns. The past month has been surreal, averaging about 19 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively, and he has provided points pretty much every time they've needed him.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 15 points in the game. Towns with the steal. Bridges inside. He's against Hartenstein. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Bridges. Wallace outside. Pass to Hartenstein. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. To end the cold streak. And the dunk by SGA.
And that bucket should stop the bleeding.
New York's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Right with a screen on SGA. Brunson with the defense all over him.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
In order to cut into a lead the way that they have, you must be outstanding on both ends.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one, good. SGA's got 4 this quarter.
And Shea has the ability to break down any defense on any given possession, and you're seeing that again tonight.
Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. And nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
Brunson kicks to Towns. Offline with his 3.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Pass to Holmgren. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 10. A baseline J. He squares up and sinks it. Brunson's got 12.
There's Brunson once again paying attention. He does not give anything away.
Here's Wallace, and it's Wallace with the jam.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely, and it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
It's good. 13 points in the game. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Well, it can be intimidating when you can't find any daylight, and that's been the case here. Disruptive defensively, blocking shots, altering shots, a real factor.
Bridges misses.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Hartenstein finds Dort. Wallace with the screen on Brunson. And a wide open look for SGA. No good from outside.
So far, he hasn't done a lot of damage from 3. Only had that 1 in the first half.
Some nice passing by New York here. Towns high post. He's against Hartenstein. Looking to end his cold spell. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And New York making a change here. Robinson's checked in. And then for Oklahoma City, Aaron Wiggins comes in for Dort. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Cason Wallace. Tipped away. Stolen by Anunoby. Pass to Brunson. Brunson attacking. And easy 2 points on the layup. Brunson's got 8 points in the quarter.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Holmgren outside. Gilgeous-Alexander against Brunson. Right side, SGA. Clock is at 3. Right at the rim. No problem there for Shea.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Bounce pass from Bridges. Pass to Robinson. Bridges outside. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. The Thunder leading by 12. Here's SGA. Tries to keep it alive, and they recover it. Joe with it. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Oklahoma City keeps it going. A new shot clock of 14 seconds.
It's a luxury to have a guy like Hartenstein on the offensive glass, always ready to collect and then finish off on those missed shots.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Tim, I know you love that little push shot that Isaiah Hartenstein possesses in the lane. It really is beautiful, isn't it?
I refer to it as releasing the doves. It's a beautiful thing to watch. I think it's a shot more bigs should try to master because you don't have to get all the way to the rim.
Releasing the doves. And the timing, too, right? I mean, it's got to kind of come in the flow of the kid's movement when he's taking that shot.
Absolutely. He understands how to find those pockets where that shot is available.
And I know everyone's thrilled to see Holmgren scoring so well. And this is the kind of effort that could carry on well throughout the year.
Now here's Towns. He's got 9. Shoots over Holmgren. Misses off the right iron.
That's a great shot. It just hasn't been his night.
Pass to Wiggins. To the paint. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Yeah, Holmgren looking unstoppable right now and showing you the entire offensive package he has.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
The rotations right now are just not good enough. That's going to be a problem defensively all night.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Diawara's checked in. Landry Shamet comes in for OG Anunoby. Clarkson, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Jalen Brunson. And then for Oklahoma City, Jalen Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. And Jared McCain subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Shamet up top, covered by Wiggins. New York moving it around. Robinson a screen on Wiggins. Shot clock at 5. New York, no good that time either.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Pass to Joe. Here's McCain. He's defended by Alvarado. McCain's shot is off. Knicks trail by 18. Now, here's Shamet. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Here's Clarkson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for the Knicks. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in. And the free throw, no good.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a bit, Clarkson tightened up his game, and now he is a key factor in what this team does.
Here's McCain. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Back to Joe. The three-pointer off the mark. Clarkson passes to Sohan. No good on the last second attempt there. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Thunder up by 16. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So the Thunder 5 right now. Jalen Williams out there with Holmgren. Then it's Jared McCain. Then it's Wiggins. And it's Joe in at the shooting guard position.
And those long strides allow Holmgren to get to the rim with only one or two dribbles.
Clarkson on the wing. Covered by Joe. Fires from 14. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his fourth rebound in this one. Wiggins outside. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Robinson with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Holmgren the pass to Joe. Holmgren the screen.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
To the inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And that one misses. For the Thunder, Williams, he's checked in for Jalen Williams. And Topic is subbed in for Jared McCain. Good on the second free throw. So it's the Thunder now. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them. Knocks down the 3 ball. Topic has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Robinson sets a screen for Clarkson. So, Tim, when you played, you were one of the league's best sharpshooters. Did you ever look around and pick things up off of other guys you watch shoot the ball well?
No question. In fact, I learned a lot about how to move off the ball by watching other guys as I made my way through college and eventually became a pro. And even when I was in the league, I would study other players to pick up things on their footwork and how to get my release a little bit quicker.
Give me one player that you really studied hard.
Well, there's no question Del Curry was a guy I watched because he needed very little time to get that shot off coming off of his screen. And unfortunately, several times I got there late against him and learned my lesson.
Robinson kicks to Shamet. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
Here's Topic. Basket counts. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Clarkson outside. Pass to Towns. Out left to the wing. They're running. Here's Topic. And he lays that one in. Topic has got 7 now in this quarter.
Capitalizing on the error, grinding out points. You gotta love it.
It's so important in this league, quickly turning defense into offense.
The Thunder leading by 19. Outside Williams. Holmgren finds Joe. Off target with his 3. New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Clarkson. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Well, you can't sleep on Holmgren's defense. His wingspan helps him come away with blocks like that.
To the middle. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Holmgren's got 10 points in just the second half. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Clarkson missing again.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Alvarado.
Come get it, come get it. Watch the screen.
So, Tim, in the past, it's always been accepted that the veteran-laden teams would have an edge. But I don't know if we're seeing that as much now. What do you think?
Well, I think you used to see a lot more continuity with rosters across a number of years. But nowadays, much shorter contracts means you have teams that evolve and change more regularly than ever before.
Almost feels like you got to be more nimble as a franchise than ever before.
You absolutely have to have much more forethought because you keep these groups together for a shorter period of time.
Now, here's Clarkson. There's a screen by Robinson. Down low. Can they get it? And it's Robinson with the jam.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
The Thunder leading by 21.
Timeout,
and Mark
timeout.
Daigneault calls timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Landry Shamet. Bridges, he's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. The Thunder also changing it up. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Wallace comes in for Isaiah Joe. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Topic. Now here's Holmgren. Now Hartenstein deflects the pass. Towns with the steal.
And he saw a lane, and Brunson decides to challenge it. Doesn't take but a sliver of daylight for him to be aggressive.
One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. That one falls for Brunson.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Dort, he's checked in for the Thunder. And he makes both free throws.
And one area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster in crunch time. Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
Now here's Wallace. Holmgren with a screen on Bridges. Wallace misses. Knicks trail by 19. Brunson outside. Six on the shot clock. Fires from 18. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. And SGA has got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Wallace goes in. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Dort. And the three off target.
And all the credit goes to the defender. Very hard to contest threes without fouling.
Back to Brunson. Stolen by Dort. Hartenstein with the screen for Dort. And that one is good from Hartenstein. And 11 points for Isaiah Hartenstein. Knicks trail by 21. Brunson outside. Anunoby outside. To the inside. Towns. And no good. Great D that time from Hartenstein. In the corner, Wallace with it. Hits the three-point bomb. Wallace has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
One more miscommunication at the defensive end. Just brutal. It can't happen.
Now here's Towns. Sinks that one from the post. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 11 rebounds. Wallace outside. There's a good screen. Pass to Holmgren. Takes the three. The Knicks pull it in.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Out in the open floor, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is one of the most dangerous players in this league.
SGA against Brunson. And the rejection by Holmgren. SGA passes to Wallace. And it's Hartenstein in the corner. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Just 5 on the clock. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Wow, what determination. Gilgeous-Alexander fighting through contact for the and one.
And Tim, the quintessential unstoppable force, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, taking his offensive game to a level rarely matched in league history.
Oh, Kevin, I'm running out of superlatives. The ability to score at every level. He gets to the foul line. He makes guys better. I just marvel at the totality of it.
And with the most recent collective bargaining agreement, Tim, teams have felt the pinch of those new luxury tax and apron penalties.
Yeah, and the goal of those being put in place was to have more top-tier talent equally spread out around the league. And as you've seen, there's been some tough decisions already. Some teams have had to trade away some of their stars just to make the math work.
And sometimes it's hard to make that math work. There's so many moving parts.
And as a result, it's more important to be able to structure out your supporting cast than ever before.
Now, here's Bridges, and Brunson gets it to go.
And, man, can Brunson get going in a hurry? He's got his fingerprints all over this one.
Inside, kicks it out to Wiggins. Pass to SGA. Holmgren with a screen on Brunson. SGA, no good. New York's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Hart the pass to Anunoby. Now Towns. Over Wiggins. Towns, no luck.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Thunder.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Chet Holmgren.
He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
And it's Brunson missing. And SGA has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Williams against Towns. Outside Williams. Shoots over Towns. Again, the Thunder score.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutch all the way around.
Brunson scanning the floor. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Chet Holmgren.